Hello friends, welcome to your first virtual summer school session. This is my first too, so that will be a lot of fun for us. Today for reading, we're going to read the book, The Kite Contest, and we're also going to be focusing on asking and answering questions, which I'll talk more about this chart. So when I'm reading this book, we're going to go through and see if we can come up with some questions before the book, during the book, and after the book, and see if we can answer them to make sure that when I'm reading the book, or when you're reading a book, that you understand what you're reading. You're not just reading the words, you're understanding what the author wants you to know about the book. So I'm going to show you about the anchor chart here, and then we'll read the book. Okay, so here's the anchor chart about asking and answering questions as you read. So in the orange here, it says ask questions to help understand. So to help you understand the book, sometimes it's okay to stop and ask questions or maybe make a prediction about what's going to happen. So from this cover right here, the kite contest, I already have a couple questions. Maybe I've never flown a kite like this girl is doing, and I'm like, what is a kite? And the pictures could even help me. It looks like it's something on a string. Looks like there's different kinds. Or maybe I don't know what a contest is. So maybe the book will tell me more about that. So on here, here's some examples of things you can ask while you're reading a book. What is this book mostly about? We could maybe make a prediction about a kite contest, but we haven't read it yet, so that one might be a question we can ask at the end. Another one is, who is telling the story? Is it an animal? Is it a person? It's probably a person, but we'll have to see. And then right here in pink, it says, what is the setting? So an example could be at a park, in an ocean. What would we think this one would be? It looks like by a beach. And then this one is a question we can ask at the end. Can you retell this story? If you remember in class, we would do first, next, then last. And our little song, first, next, then last. And we can tell a story to someone using first, next, then, and last to show that we were paying attention during the story and we understood it, and we can tell it to somebody who's never read the story. Another awesome question that we could probably even ask before the book is, this book fiction or non-fiction? So fiction means it's a made-up book. It's not true facts. It's a story. And non-fiction is true facts, maybe about a person or a real place. So this book would be, what do you think? A fiction story. It's a realistic fiction because it could happen in real life, but this author, Claire Daniel, made the story up for our entertainment. And then, who are the characters? Here's an example, 3 little pigs. Those could be characters, but not in this book. I'm guessing she's a character, but we don't know her name yet. So as I read the book, we're gonna think about questions we could ask. So a question we could ask already is, what is a kite contest? Or what is this girl's name? We're not sure yet. We're gonna find out. The Kite Contest by Claire Daniel, illustrated by Laura Freeman. Let's see if we can find out more about this book. School was out for the summer, and Sarah was bored, so her mom bought her a big blue kite for the kite contest at the beach. Oh, so we already found out what the setting was. It did say it was at the beach. So the illustrations already helped me answer that. And then it has labels here, Mom and Sarah. So right now, I could say, who are the characters? And we know it's Mom and Sarah. And I could ask, what are they making? Do you remember? They're making a kite. Nice job. Sarah ran on the beach with her kite. The wind blew hard and the kite flew high up in the sky. Sarah was excited. Maybe I will win the contest, she said. Ooh, so now it's talking about that word, contest. So win a contest. So that kind of is a cue for me. Winning something, a contest, so maybe it's against other people. She's trying to win something. Lena was bored that summer too, so she made a kite with her mom. Lena's kite looked like a big dragon. So now we have more characters. We have Lena and then her mom. And they're making a different kind of kite. It looks like a dragon, which is the one on the cover here. Lena took her kite to the beach. She ran and the kite flew up and up. Lena was excited. Maybe I'll win the contest, she said. Then a big wind came. Lena's kite raced across the sky. Sarah's kite raced across the sky. So I could ask, how does a kite fly? And in here it said something about the wind. So I could ask myself, how does a kite fly? And in the book, I could go back and think, the wind helped it race across the sky. And now I can think, what's going to happen next? If both of their kites are racing across the sky, what could happen? Hopefully they don't run into a problem. Oh, the two kites bumped together. They fell heavily to the ground. The girls ran to get their kites. Both kites were broken. Your kite was terrific, Sarah said. Yours was too, Lena answered. And then they have a label here. It says sticks and paper. So all broken. So I can ask myself, are kites fragile? Fragile means, do they break easily? And then I could see that they did. They crashed and they broke. So they're not very durable. That means strong. They're kind of fragile and weak, and they break easily if they crash. Our kites are ruined, Sarah said. Maybe not, Lena said. I have an idea. She gathered the sticks and paper into a pile. What are you planning to do? Sarah asked. Let's put pieces of both our kites together, Lena said. We can make a new kite that will be even better. The girls in this book seem like they're really kind, and now they want to work together. Let's see what they make. The girls took both kites apart. They saved the parts that were not broken. The girls patched and glued. They made one long tail. Finally, they finished the new kite. Here's a label. It says the new kite. So they worked together, and they did parts that weren't broken, and they put them together to make a kite. It was time for the kite contest. Sarah ran with the kite. It flew up. The tail sailed behind it. It flew higher and higher. It flew above all the other kites. Sarah and Lena won the kite contest. So they both wanted to win the contest, and they both won it together. So that was a good skill for them to work together. It was time to go home. Lena said, I have an idea. So now I could stop and think, I wonder what her idea would be. Sarah guessed it. Let's take turns, she said. You take the kite first, and then I will keep it for a while. We have lots of good ideas, Lena said. Now they both had a great kite and a great new friend. So they kind of had a problem that, well, now that they made the kite together, they can't both keep the kite. So what did they do to solve the problem? They decided that they would take turns having it at home, so one friend would have it for maybe a week, and then they would trade it, and the other friend would get to keep it and play with it and fly the kite. So from this book, we were able to ask and answer a lot of questions, and we got to see what the setting was, who the characters were. We figured out it's a realistic fiction book because this really could happen in real life. You could go fly a kite with a friend, and your kite could break just like theirs did. So now when you go back on Dojo, you'll have to do your own reading, and you'll have questions to ask and answer about a book, and you'll be able to see that you can stop and you can understand and remember the story better when you stop and ask and answer some questions about what's happening in the book.